for DC, I've got Alfred Pennyworth. Is that too bright? That looks like it's too bright. Let me see if I can bring that down. Yeah, there we go. So I've got that. And then I've got a funky looking Batman. With the cape and everything.
He's adorable.
And then I got a Funko Pop. My mom actually found this for me at Goodwill. Of all places, she found this at Goodwill. The zombie Batman.
Oh my gosh. That's so cool.
My mom found that. And then, of course, the best one that I have as of yet as one of my action figures and stuff, it's like the best action figure I own. And it's, I think I found this at one of the stores. Oh, whoops, I'm sorry. That's Superman. I'm just kidding. But I think the coolest thing that I do own, I actually got it from Amazon. And I got it for like $9 on Amazon. It's just a regular kind of coin. You know, just nothing really special, except that when you turn it around, it's the same heads, but it's all scratched up. This is the Two-Face coin, where when Two-Face, he always had a two-headed coin, and when he got burnt and he got hurt in that explosion, his coin, one side of it got scraped, like really, really bad. And so when Two-Face, whenever he would go out and about and stuff, and he would make decisions about, you know, hey, do I kill this person? Hey, do I rob this and stuff? He always like flips the coin, and if it's on the scratched in side, the person dies, they rob the bank, they do this and they do that and stuff, all craziness and stuff. And then if it was flipped on the good side, even if he really wanted to kill the person, if it was flipped on the good side, he'd let the person go. The coin always... it was always the judge of whatever was going on and stuff. And so I actually have this, and I actually bring this with me everywhere I go. And whenever I talk about it and stuff, and they're like, no way, you couldn't have something like that. Boom, I've got it.
So you bring about very much of a argumentative point right now.
Okay.
Which backstory are you using for Two-Face?
The animated show.
Okay.
The animated one. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. The animated show and the first few comics when Two-Face was first published, that's what was first said. Then the movie came out with the Christian Bale and stuff, that got changed.
Yeah.
That got very, very much changed. And then I think it was like after that, a lot of the comics and stuff, they changed as well. But I'm going by the original Two-Face and the animated series with Kevin Conroy as the voice of Batman. That's the Two-Face I'm going by.
Okay, because you have like the other version, which was with Jim Carrey, where they have the vat of the acid that he had gotten hit with.
George Clooney. Jim Carrey was the Riddler.
Well, what I'm saying is Tommy Lee Jones, who played Two-Face,
yeah,
he was attacked as a lawyer with the acid, and
yes,
that's how he got his first half the first time.
That's the same thing.
And then in the original series, series, that's how he got it.
Yeah,
and they changed it to
he was still a
gasoline.
lawyer, Harvey Dent. Which I'm really angry that they canceled Gotham so fast. Not Gotham. Was it Gotham Knights? I think it was, because Misha. And now I'm gonna say his last name wrong. I think it's Misha Collins. He played Castiel in Supernatural. The guy who played Castiel, he was gonna play Harvey Dent, and they already had. He was. I think it was Gotham Knights. And he was going to be Two-Face, and they already had a few episodes of him as Harvey Dent. But when it got canceled, they didn't have a chance to make him as Two-Face. And he was online and stuff, and he was talking about it and everything. And I'm like, he would actually be really good as Two-Face. But if I remember,
he'd be great.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah, he would. But like in the animated show, Harvey Dent was a lawyer. And there was a big explosion that happened, and yeah, he got hit with the acid, and it was like half of his face was like gone and stuff. But the coin base of that and stuff, he always had the coin. It was always a two-headed coin and stuff. It was one of his gags and stuff as Harvey Dent. But when he got hit with the acid, his coin got damaged. And so it was sort of like a psychological thing that happened to him that he had that as well. So so just to kind of move this along, because I wasted so much time at the start, as Lasagna would tell you that it was all my fault and I wasted everybody's time frame on this.
How would you know?
I'm not gonna talk about the comics that I have. I'm just gonna showcase it. Okay, I'm just gonna showcase.
How many do you have again?
I only have a few. So once again,
of your collection of what?
Oh, dude. I've got like maybe 5 boxes full of comic books upstairs, and it's all different.
Are they all Batman? Come on.
No. Actually, my Batman, I can show you like right here. These are all the Batman I have. Right there. So I only have like, here is the Trinity.
Oh.
And stuff. So it's got like all 3 of them, of course.
Right.
Here is the Volume 1 Crossworld of Batman and Superman. I do have some of the villains and stuff. So, like, I have a few Catwomen.
Okay.
I think some of these you actually gave me, too.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I have one that's specific to Robin. That is the Chuck Dixon. He wrote this one of Robin.
Okay.
This one I think you'll like. This is the Year of the Villain. Isn't Hellrisen Batman? Like a different version of Batman?
Hellrisen? I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so, yes.
Yeah, isn't it like a cross between... Because this is it right here. I'll wait a second till you can see it.
Yeah, you're about like 5 seconds behind.
Right.
Yeah, this is like this is when Batman was the villain.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
This is the New 52 era.
Now, see, some of the New 52 I like, but a lot of the New 52 I do not. So I actually don't try to get a lot of those. I try to stay with like the older versions of Batman.
Yeah, that was after the Death in the Family comic books showed up.
Oh, that's
Death in the Family
right.
is what
Death in the
started
Family.
all that.
That was
Death in the Family is
weird.
what started because they went to a very dark section of Batman with Death of the Family, and so once that happened, then the writers went, let's just go even more dark, and what if Batman actually snapped and turned the villain? So
yeah,
they made the vampire version, and they made the other they made like a samurai version, and they went, let's just go all out and make it the worst one ever. And I think the concept was good, but it's poorly executed, I think.
It was very poor executed. And to me it kind of feels like they started it with the Injustice series. You know, when they were having it where they're all fighting each other, which I don't actually... I mean, I enjoy playing the game, but I just don't understand the whole concept of the comics of the Injustice.
The comics went too far.
It did. It went way too far to in my guess and stuff. But quick...
You're trying to... Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm just going to showcase this while we talk.
They were talking about, like, you know, if you're trying to do stuff such as like you make a Gears of War, like say Gears of War has a comic book, right? Let's go with that. Right. I don't think they have one. That's cool covered. And you give the writers of these comic books a year to make a whole series for Gears of War for a comic book, and they never play the game, right? They never read the books, never played the game, and you give them free reign. They're gonna ruin the entire franchise by going, let's just make this into, you know, dad bods play, you know, this whatever, and it's gonna ruin the whole thing. I think what happened with Injustice is I don't think anybody has really ever really understood how to make a story from scratch, because Injustice had no story except for what they found in the game. Right. That was it.
Yep.
And so when you give a bunch of writers who have no idea what Batman's about or the Justice League is all about, they're gonna ruin the entire series. And I think is why they should have stuck with maybe making it into a movie, an anime movie, instead of making it into a comic book series.
Yes. Yep. They should have just stayed it with that. You're gonna love this one.
Yeah.
You're gonna love this one.
All right. What? Which one is that?
Journey to Joker
Journey
War.
to... Which year is that?
This is... You used to have it right on the cover.
It should be in the first page. Should be.
2020. No, I'm sorry. That's wrong. That's Snowpiercer. That's the movie that came out.
So it might be the same year, though.
It might be. Yeah.
Yeah, because see, mine is... I go to my screen here. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
My screen, it has, like, these are the older ones, and it has on the top the January 94, which is what things start is in the 90s. They always had 90s, 60s, 70s, whatever. They had the thing in the very top,
Right.
which was smart.
Yep, exactly.
But then they started doing the news. They did the new stuff now, where now you just have just the issue number and the price, but there's no date. In order to find a date, you actually got to go inside there, and so if they're all sleeved, you're screwed. You know, so you're like, yeah. So yeah, yours is issue 93, which is great and all, but I'm going, like, this is taped up for a reason. This is all taped up because I don't want to open it up. Like, it's meant to be stayed in there, but
well, not necessarily. See, folks, this is the difference between Lasagna and myself. Okay, he gets a big box of something like, and he'll probably show it to you in just a sec if you guys want to go over to his stream and take a look at what he's got and stuff. But he's got stuff that's like still in the box and everything, and he's like got it all taped. Look at this. Look at this. I had this out of the box. I have this out of the box. Okay. Okay. Oh, I also forgot I got this too at that store. That's a pretty good cover. That is still in there. It is my Batman watch.
Oh, it's still in there? You haven't used it?
Because I'm using the Superman. And I accidentally lost it. So I'm actually gonna have to put a battery in this one and start wearing this one. But I do.
Or just go to the store again and get out.
I'm gonna have to do that and get the Superman one because I want the Superman one. Oh, by the way, I found the date for Superman, so I'm gonna do another stream for Superman. For his day? Yeah.
Ish.
I think it's like in June or something like that. But see, that's the difference between Lasagna and I. I open boxes. I mean, look at all this stuff that I have out. They're all out of their boxes. If you go over
I
to
have stuff out of boxes too.
Not all of them. They're all pretty much still in their boxes.
What are you trying to say? I'm special?
No, it's just that you go along with so many other people where they want to keep them in their boxes. They want to keep them, dust free and stuff so that later on, they might be worth something, which is cool. I get that. I totally do. I respect it. But I mean, they're toys. They're meant to be played with. They're meant to be showcased without the box. That's why they created it. I'm more of that.
Okay. You're a monster.
This one's my favorite, because my favorite, we'll go into that and stuff, but my favorite is Two-Face Villain. And so I've got the comic book, Two-Face Strikes Twice. It's pretty cool.
Hey, dear face. Yeah, I
still have mine in some of them are still sleeved,
Happy Batman Day there, dear face. Yeah, did I give you some of those?
Some of these you did.
I thought so. I thought I gave you a Two-Face one because you're in a huge Two-Face fanatic, and I'm going.
I am. I really like Two-Face. And then the last
that's what I gave you. I gave you that one, the cat with the booty cheeks.
I knew you would remember that one.
Oh yeah, that was nice.
All right, well, those are all the comics that I have, and that's all the action figures that I have. So.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's it. Everything else is Superman.
Oh well, then let me show you. Well, you start talking about your stuff then. I'm gonna start showing my comic books.
Okay, I'm just gonna do like a little talk or something like that because I won't be able to showcase yours. So
That's fine.
I'll mute me real quick, and then but I do have you up on my phone, so I'll have it on so I can like comment or something like that. But I won't be able to showcase some of your stuff.
That's fine.
Okay.
I got a bunch, so.
Yep, no problem.
It's.
So a lot of the things and stuff that we've had. Speaking of comics, actually, did you check out the comic series of the Bat Family? Yes, I did, and I want to get into that. It's the webtoons account of the Batman family, of like what actually is going on with the family of that. So that is so awesome sauce. I cannot wait to get into that. I've actually been watching the my adventures with I know it's Batman, but quickly on Superman. I've been showcasing a lot. I'm watching a lot of the My Adventures with Superman on Max. Awesome sauce show. Jack Quaid does an amazing job as a voice of Superman, and I love the take and stuff that they have on that. So that's awesome sauce. But for as like Superman or like Batman goes and everything and such, he's just an amazing character. You know, the way that they introduced him and everything in the detective series, it's just a different look to everything. And the cool thing about having that as our go-to, you know, talk and stuff with between Lasagna and I, it's hysterical. I mean, my other friends and everything and stuff, they always talk about it, and they're like, we can talk about things with you guys about you know, the difference between Halo and Doom, the differences between of like Gears of War and everything and stuff. But the minute that you two start talking about Batman, we all got to take a step back because you guys go off the rails. You guys go way beyond anything that you guys could ever think of. And, you know, we delve deep into like some of the lore, a lot of differences of the villains. And once again, my favorite villain is Two-Face. Many of that is because of his psychological breakdown that he had. And like once again with the coin, you know, he once again I'm going back to the very beginning of Two-Face. I'm not going to the Two-Face that we know as of now. I'm going back on the past Two-Face, where whenever he was talking about you know, he would take like a whole bunch of hostages and stuff, and he would flip the coin and like, okay, you're gonna live or die and stuff, and it had like, you know, it would be on the bad side, so he would kill him. It would be on the good side and he would kill him, you know, and stuff. And it was like, because of his psychological breakdown from being such a really good guy fighting for the people of Gotham, trying to fight for justice and truth and everything, and having that accident happen to him, and it's just like, boom, you know, the minute that it happened and he got scarred for the rest of his life and stuff, it's like it scarred his mind, it scarred and warped his mental capacity of what is truth, what is justice, what is right for Gotham. And but he still kind of like honed in some of that good, because, you know, like once you get to that dark side, it's really, really hard to try to get back to the good side of things, and try to you just want to be bad, like Joker. You just want to be bad. But for Two-Face, you know, it's like he allows to have that coin flip to try to see if he can bring in some of the good, you know. And but later on, and especially like in a lot of the comics and stuff of later on with that, later on with that and stuff, he was lying a lot of times. He was like, he wasn't using the coin for any more of the good justices and stuff. He wasn't depending on the coin anymore and stuff. He was just doing bad, you know. So it's just an interesting take of like, how far could you truly go as a monster but trying to stay good? How far could you stay with that? So awesome sauce.
Awesome sauce, like, bro.
Awesome sauce, bro. That's right, man. So, I did want to do like a little questionnaire for you, just to see like how much, you know, you truly know your Batman.
I don't know a whole lot anymore. I just studied a ton of it, but now I'm studying more important things, like, you know, life savings.
Dude, Batman is life things. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
It's part of life.
All right.
It's part of life. All right.
What year did he start? I'm gonna Google that.
Actually, yeah. What was the first appearance of Batman? What year was it, and who who played him? The first appearance on TV was Batman.
Well, I mean, that's the. Oh gosh, that's the. Yeah, I'm not sure if the anime came out first or if it actually was the actor himself.
Just to let you know, it was the actor. It was the actor himself.
Yeah, so it was West. So.
Yep. Yep. You
But
got
I'm
it.
trying to remember what year it started. What year was it?
1966.
It was 66. Yeah,
Yep.
and my dad talked about it because he was like, it was a big thing. So.
Yep. January 12th, 1966 was the first date of the appearance of Adam West. And do you know who was Robin?
No.
No
one cared about the little guy.
Burt Ward. Burt Ward was.
Who the hell is Burt Ward?
Robin. He was. That was it. That was all he was really famous for was Robin.
Wow.
But I put that out there because so many people, like you said, no one really cares about like the first Robin. Everybody knows who Adam West is.
Yeah.
And so I still crack up laughing every time that I watch Meet the Robinsons. You know that Disney film?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Okay, the guy who's the pizza delivery guy, I will be there as soon as I can. That's Adam West.
Wow.
Yeah, that's Adam West.
The guy in chat says, "Did you like the Pattinson Batman?"
I actually have not seen it yet, so I cannot comment on that yet.
Same here.
I haven't seen it. I want to see it.
I love the makeup though. Makeup's great, but
makeup's great. I haven't seen that, and I haven't even seen the new Flash yet because I've heard so many things about it and stuff. I haven't even got a chance to watch it yet. But my boss actually at Lewis Farms and stuff, he was commenting about the Flash, and he's like, just watch it. You know, I know everything's going on with that actor and stuff, but Kevin Costner's in it, and he really brought out the Batman again. You know, so I'm definitely gonna watch it and stuff for that. So
yeah, I haven't seen it, but I really wanted to. I wanted to take a look at it. 'Cause I'm like,
yeah.
The guy who plays Penguin.
In the new one.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know who's the new one.
It's not Affleck, but it's He played in Daredevil as the bad guy.
I don't know. I'm lost on that one.
Hold on, I'll find it. One moment. Colin Farrell, yes, thank you.
Colin Farrell. Oh, that's right. I forgot he plays Penguin.
He plays this Penguin.
Okay.
And you don't recognize him. You don't recognize him until you actually see his name on the screen. You're going,
okay.
That was Colin Farrell, because they changed his face, his look so much.
Oh man.
And he sounds so different. And I'm like, they picked a great Penguin. Like he was. They didn't make him gangster, but he was gangster enough to go, this is who I am, but you know, I'm still a deformed little turd, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And he knows it.
I'm a bird and I want to fly. I think that's what he says sometimes. Yep.
It was good. It was, from what I saw, he did a very good job. So thank you, Dirtface.
Thanks, Dirtface.
Yeah. So next question.
Okay. So that was the first TV appearance. When was the first issue in comic book form? Was Batman? Now you're not even gonna take a guess at the year.
Well, Superman was 1930s.
Yep.
Because he was during World War II.
Yep.
So Batman was after that.
Yep.
It was the same era though. So I'm gonna say 1939.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it. May 1939.
What?
You Googled it. You Googled it, man.
Dirtface, did my hands move? I was in the air going, what year would that have been? I'm going,
nice.
It was right after Superman.
Yep.
And it was a couple years later because it's after the war, and they needed something to do after the war, and that was when a lot of the gangster stuff was going on after the war, and so then they
were
brought that
they were getting
out.
a lot of the detective stories on out there.
Yeah.
And stuff. And so they brought him in as a outsider of like police force, but still helping out with the police. Do you know who wrote it? Who started Batman and kept it going? Do you know their names?
No. I don't.
Bill Finger and Bob Kane.
I remember Bob Kane, but I don't remember Bill Finger, you said?
Bill Finger. Bob Kane was the one that really, like, franchised on the Batman name. Bill Finger didn't.
Yeah.
But Bob Kane had respect for Finger, so he kept Finger's name on it. But after like a few years or something like that, I think they had like a falling out or something. I'm still looking that part up because it's still like hush hush, and it's different on it kind of depends on which side you actually like listen to on that. But you actually hear from Bob Kane a lot more than Finger. Okay.
Right.
What was the movie that the Waynes saw before the parents died? And it actually played a huge part in why Batman dressed up the way he did.
Oh gosh.
At least that's what some of the lore says. That's why it was so important that they showed what movie that they just
Deerface, help me out here.
Deerface, you can answer if you know. If you do know it, you can answer.
I'm gonna wing a prayer here. Phantom the Opera.
No. Nope.
How was it then?
The Mask of Zorro.
Wow.
Yeah. It played a huge part of him being a vigilante was the Mask of Zorro.
Figures.
Ghost, I love those emotes. Those emotes are so cool. Last one. And this has actually been proven. It's not canon. It's not, someone else thought of this or something like that. It has been proven in comic books that that Batman actually found out who killed his parents. Do you know his name?
No. Should I?
No, but it's kind of like it plays into some of the canons and lores of the Joker. The name is Joe Chill.
Joe Chill?
Yeah. Yeah, some of the canon is that Joe Chill is actually related to the Joker, and that's how the Joker became who he is and why. But it was supposed to be like Joe Chill. Some of the canon is that Joe Chill came in from the future as one of the family members of Batman and Joker. Actually, someone is at my door. I gotta go answer that real quick, so I will be right back. So go ahead and do what you want to do, but I will be right back.
I can show you a good time. Do you think you can handle this? Do you think you're the man for this? You could look at me, I'll let you touch. No mistaking, I'm not trying for love. Do you must be. Baby, be careful, don't go flying towards the light. Out to the flame, you say my name, and who could blame you? Who could save you when you hit the ground? Who could blame you? What could they do? Can't put me out, 'cause I'm about to catch fire. Hold the match and light the fuse. Baby, I'm a live wire. Crash and burn, I'm coming for you. I'm about to catch fire. Hold the match and light the fuse. Baby, I'm a live wire. Crash and burn, I'm coming for you. 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 Who could blame you? Who could save you? I'm coming for you. Who could blame you? What could they do? I'm coming for you.
All right, so we're back on. I'm actually gonna try this.
Little Batman pixelated guy here. He lights up.
Aw, he's
Power.
so cute.
He's powerful.
Powerful thing. All right, so
He's Batman.
we're gonna quickly do this. So,
Movies. I'm just kidding.
well, actually, we're gonna start with the villains tier. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the Batman live action.
Which ones? 'Cause I only have the Dark Knight series that is live action.
We're gonna do
The rest of them are all animated.
We're gonna do a tier list.
Oh,
We're gonna do a tier
I
list.
pulled my movies out. I'm like, I was sure you want me to do movies or not.
Oh, I thought you showcased those. Showcase those real
No,
quick while I
I
fix this.
only show my comic books. No, it's fine. No, you're
Okay.
good. No,
All right. Well, I'm
wait.
gonna change
It's
over
your
to my
show.
reactions here.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna make
Yeah,
sure.
all my stuff is all just. I have like the Gotham Knight. I have the Killing Joke movie. I have
Oh, that's a good
two
movie.
Killing Joke movies.
That's a good movie.
Bad Blood, Son of Batman, Return of the Joker, the original Return of the Joker, the Lego
Nice.
Batman movie,
Nice.
and Dark Knight Returns I have 1 and 2 on that, and then I have the Dark Knight series, and I have I have 2 Batman Begins because one's a limited edition, and then I have 3 Dark Knight, 2. I have 1 that's limited edition. I have 1 also that is the 2-disc limited edition, and then I have the Joker edition.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's too crazy. I just have the Christian Bale. I think I'm looking at him right now. Yeah, I just have the Christian Bale and the Kevin Costner one. That's it. And of course the
Okay, so we're
and the newer one.
let me look
so...
at your stream here again. All right, so here we go. All right, so we're looking at your
Can
stream.
you see me?
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So
I can't see you, but I can see the graph.
you can't see me? I think I'm
my
behind
camera's
you.
in the way.
Yeah, I think I'm behind you.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay,
That's
so
fine. Don't need to
I
see
actually
you.
saw this
Oh,
on
there's
someone.
some legs. Woof.
Hey, come on.
Just kidding.
So I actually saw this on someone else's stream and I loved it. It's the tiermaker.com, and you basically just kind of like set up how you want to which videos or which pictures and stuff that you want to use, and then you have this tier. So S is from what I'm finding out that it's called like super, and then you got your A, B, C, D, and F. F is like fail. That's like, the worst. So I just kind of thought.
Question, teacher. I have a question, teacher.
What's your question?
What if you haven't seen some movies on this list?
Then I'll answer for you.
Oh.
I'll answer it for you. No problem, baby. No problem. I got you. Okay. So yeah, so we'll just kind of like go off. This is someone else's tier. I didn't make this one. But yeah, those are some weird legs.
You make one.
You can make one. I made one for the villains.
Okay.
But this one they already had it up, so I was like, we'll just go off of this. So,
Okay.
we can go just straight down the line. So this is the Jack Snyder's cut of Justice League. Once again, S is super, F is horrible, A, B, C, and D is just like in the middle parts there.
I haven't seen it.
I'm sorry, what?
I haven't seen it, so I heard it's a 3.5 hour long movie of nothingness. So I'm like, why watch it?
You haven't seen? I thought you did.
Nope.
Well, I will answer for you. All right?
You're like, total S for shit.
You know what? I'm actually gonna do A, because the Jack Snyder cut, yeah, way too long. They added so much stuff on there that they actually did not need. I like the regular cut. And the Jack Snyder cut has Superman with already the black suit. And I'm like, no, he's still red, white, and blue. He's still red, white, and blue now.
Right.
And so the first like, I have the DVD of the Justice League, and that is because it was Jack Snyder was the main director, and then his second director was Josh Whedon, who we all know and love, who did Buffy the Vampire Slayer and the Marvel's Avengers movies. So the Justice League cut, the theatrical version that I have on DVD, you can borrow that if you'd like, but I have that one and stuff. That one is my favorite. Okay, because that was actually Josh Whedon's cut, because Jack Snyder, I'm trying to remember here, but he had a family situation go on. There was like a death in the family, or, just something to that effect, that he had to leave during the middle of the production. So he couldn't actually finish a lot of the stuff that he wanted. And then after all of that family stuff happened, the main production company cut him out of there. They were like, we didn't like the way that you were having it. We didn't like your viewpoint on this, so you're out. And he's like, seriously? I just went through this whole thing with my family and you're gonna cut me out like this? So Josh Whedon took over for him. He was still getting, feedback from Zach, like, okay, I have this idea, what do you think? You wanted to go in this direction, how do you want to do that? So he still tried to keep it as close to Jack Snyder as he could, but it wasn't Zach's idea. So I actually like the theatrical version of Justice League. So that's why it's not in the super. That's why this one's more of like the A and stuff, but it was really good. How they brought all of the characters, Aquaman, Flash, Cyborg, all of their backgrounds and stuff, and you still got more of Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman, and stuff. So for me, it would still be in the A. Okay, Lego Batman. Did you see that?
Yep.
Okay, where do you think?
I'll probably put down B, probably.
B? Yep. Same.
Because it's a good movie, but it's something that you watch like once every 3 months, because you're like, it has some good quality moments and good funny laughs, but I couldn't go, man, this is something I'm going to watch every other month. This constant watching it was that good.
Yes.
No.
Yep, exactly. I think like the only part I actually liked was when he was talking to Alfred, and Alfred was like opening the curtains, and Batman was like,
yeah.
I was like, that, and when Alfred was like, you need to go out and find some friends, and Batman is like lying on the ground. No.
no.
That's like it. Out of that whole movie, that was it. I liked him more in the Lego movie than I did in the Batman Lego movie,
Right.
Okay, they have this actually out of order, so let me do the first Batman with Kevin Costner.
Man.
This is where we're gonna test our friendship. Just kidding.
I'm gonna go with that as also a B as well.
Really?
Only because
Not Kevin Costner. Oh my gosh, I called him Kevin Costner. Michael Keaton.
I
can't believe
I like Michael Keaton. I like Keaton as Batman, but I didn't. It was a good version of Joker, but it was not my favorite, and it was like there's some memorable stuff in there.
Yeah.
Kind of like the second movie, there's memorable stuff in there. But again, it's that movie I'm gonna go. If you want to watch a good Batman movie, this is when you're gonna watch. Yes, for the guys who were like, they waited for years to get one of these really good ones, and they're like, oh, this is so close to the original movie series.
Yeah.
With Nolan West. Yes, that's what you want, but this was the closest adaptation of the original series, and it did a good job at that. But in my era, if you would, this came out during like our time, so our parents loved it, and we're going, okay, this is our first appearance of Batman, and it wasn't for me. It wasn't something I would say I was starstruck. I was like, okay, it's good, but for me, the next one would have been a lot better because it had like Michelle Pfeiffer being Catwoman. I mean, that was like the appeal was so much better, and the story was a whole lot more. It was written better. It didn't seem rushed. This one seemed rushed.
And I grew up actually watching the TV show with Adam West, and the villains in the TV show.
Adam West, I'm an idiot.
No, you're fine. The villains on the TV show, they just added a whole new, style to it and stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, Jack Nicholson is a really good Joker. He was a really good Joker, but there was just something about the way Cesar Romero was on the TV show as the Joker. He just added a whole new blah. You know what I mean? It was just a different style to it and stuff, and I just thought that he was a really good villain on that. But there was just something. It was like Jack Nicholson. He was Jack Nicholson, if that makes any sense. I mean, you're trying to go from The Shining, and all of a sudden you're a villain in Batman and stuff, and it's like, I'm not really seeing the difference here. You were a villain in The Shining. That's how you acted, and you're supposed to be a different type of character into this Batman as the Joker. I'm not seeing a difference here. You're not being the Joker of the comic books. You're being Jack Nicholson. If that nothing on the guy. I think he is a good actor on some things and stuff. It's just the Joker is just that type of villain that you got to immerse yourself as that villain.
Right.
And I don't think Jack Nicholson really did it. I don't think he really pulled it off.
But you agree with it being in B then, right?
Yes. Yep. I agree with you on that. So then if I remember right, his next one it's either Batman Returns or Batman Forever. I think it's Batman Returns.
I thought it was it returns.
It returns. Okay, because they got this a little out of place here and stuff. So okay, so Batman.
Because Forever is George Clooney.
I thought Batman. Oh yes, because Batman and Robin is George Clooney, and then Batman Forever is George Clooney as well.
No. So Batman Forever. So Batman and Robin is George Clooney. Batman Forever is Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer. That's right. You're right. Okay, so Batman Returns. That's Michael Keaton.
That's gonna be an A for me.
Really?
Because again, it immersed it had the '90s feel, which is hysterical. I love the witty humor. I enjoyed the mayor being played by Christopher. What's his name?
God,
is it Christopher?
Who was the mayor in that?
He has a draw, Always tell with a draw.
Yep.
Oh, what's his name?
Now I'm going blank. The only name I can think of is Danny DeVito as
Penguin.
Penguin.
Danny DeVito as Penguin. He was great as Penguin, dude. Danny DeVito played an excellent Penguin. What is his name? He plays the bad guy in a lot of movies, but let me look it up for you.
Yep, I'm looking it up right now too because it's bothering the crap out of me.
Michael Murphy? No way.
Yes. Yep. Michael Murphy. He played
Roscoe.
He played Roscoe Jenkins. Yep.
Then no, then that's not him. Then I'm thinking of
So while he's looking
Okay,
that
hold
up,
on.
and I think I just lost my friendship with this guy. I did not like Danny DeVito as Penguin
Why?
because I didn't like the Penguin that they portrayed in that movie. They made him
Why?
slimy. They made him so
Christopher Walken. He was the boss of the place that basically
Yes.
ran the city.
Yes.
He was one of the best parts of the movie because he helped run the clocks.
That was
he
good.
helped organize everything, and he was a
That was
great
good.
villain.
He was very, very good with that. Yes. But
Danny DeVito, it was okay. Yes, it was a creep. I get that, but come on.
I mean, he was good. Don't get me wrong. Danny DeVito he was good, but that was the type of version of Penguin that they had in that movie. So Danny DeVito played that version. So he did marvelous with that.
Right.
But again, I'm going by the animated show of Batman.
Okay, well,
that
that's different,
Penguin, he was like more sophisticated. He took care of himself. Yeah, he was big and stuff, but that was just because he was big. But he was still sophisticated. In this one, he was just like, he just came out of a vat of oil and he's walking around town.
So did you want to put the movie in number B then?
No, we'll keep it an A. We'll keep it an A for you.
Because I'm saying Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer, come on. I mean,
All
she's
right.
gotta level it up. You know,
I'll give
she
you
was
that.
hot. She was sexy. She had the kitty cat. I mean, dude, that was hot.
I knew you were gonna do that. I knew you were gonna do that.
She made that part. So I mean, okay. So
We'll keep it in A for you for Michelle Pfeiffer. You're hearing this, Michelle Pfeiffer? You're winning this.
The chick who plays it in Batman Rises, right?
Yeah.
Or Dark Knight Rises is the third one.
Yeah, it was Anne Hathaway.
Whoever played Catwoman, Anne Hathaway, she looked good in it, but she was not Catwoman. She was not Catwoman.
Yeah.
She was just a skinny girl in a freaking leather suit. Everybody's going, we need her as Catwoman. Where was the cat claws? Where was the whip? Also, I mean, she had a whip. Okay, cool. But she didn't use it.
Right.
No, Pfeiffer, she used her whip. She knew how to use it.
And we all know
she
Lasagna likes the whip.
Shut up. She had the cunningness. She had the witty. She had the smarts. Anne Hathaway's character had none of that. She was just Batman's side piece. The other
thing that I liked about Michelle Pfeiffer with the Catwoman part was that there was a scene. I'm trying to remember if it was Batman or Batman Returns, but they were at a ball. It was a masquerade ball, and everybody had to wear a mask. And walks in Bruce Wayne, no mask on. And then in walks the woman, I always forget her actual name, but Catwoman. But in walks Michelle Pfeiffer, no mask on. You know, and then they're it's that famous scene where it's that picture and stuff where they're dancing and stuff and they're just looking at each other. That scene is very powerful. A lot of people don't, some of them just, glance right over it and stuff. They're just being who they are.
Wasn't the new one though?
No, that was Michael Keaton and Michelle Pfeiffer.
You sure?
Positive.
Huh.
It's
been a while since I've seen that movies. Oh, there she goes.
Right here. This scene right here. Can you guys see that?
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Okay. So everybody around them, look in the background. Everybody around them has a mask on. These two do not. Selena, that's her name. Right. Selena. So Bruce and Selena do not have a mask on, right? That's because to Bruce Wayne, to Batman, Bruce Wayne is his mask. His true full identity is Batman. That's the same for her. She'll be Selena if she needs to be for the world and stuff, but her true identity is Catwoman. And so that's why this scene for me, and it was Batman Returns. That's why this scene for me means so much and stuff of who those characters are, because they're so true to themselves. They don't care what the rest of the world is thinking. They don't care, like, you're supposed to be wearing a mask. Why aren't you wearing a mask? They are. This is their mask,
So are we pushing the movie up to an S then?
If you want, I'm fine with it at A, but if you want it to be S, I'll move it to S.
I'll keep it as A.
You'll keep
like
it as A?
A
Okay. For me, yeah, it's got to be A because the way that they portrayed Penguin. I like Penguin. He was a great villain. Just the way that they slimed him up, I did not like that. I did not like that at all. Shut up.
All right, next movie.
So Batman Forever, that's Val Kilmer.
We have a long. How long do you want to do this for?
We don't have to talk about. We don't have to talk about each movie.
Maybe another 40 minutes. So
we don't have to do each movie. Or I'm going to talk about each movie. Let's just put them in the tiers.
All right.
Batman Forever.
We're good.
Val Kilmer.
That's a B.
B. Okay. Batman and Robin.
Only because of the villains.
Gotcha.
Batman and Robin. F.
Yeah.
F. 100% F.
Yeah.
F. Well, no. Maybe D.
No.
Only
F. It's F.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Come
Even Jim
on.
Carrey as the Riddler, I love the man. I did not appreciate him being the Riddler. I did not appreciate that. He's funny,
Really?
but the Riddler, he's sophisticated funny. He's smart. He's the smartest man in that room. He's proven that so many different times.
I think you're confusing the two. Because Jim Carrey was in Batman Forever. He was not in Batman and Robin. Batman and Robin was the Luchador and Ice Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, the villains in Batman and yeah, the Riddler was done by Jim Carrey in the Batman Forever movie.
Okay, yep, you're right. Batman, okay. This one.
Yep.
But see, like, how, it's the Jim Carrey version. He brought his Jim Carrey-ness into that. That's not the Riddler.
Well, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? He was the best Riddler at the time.
No. Because that's not the Riddler. Not even in the comic books. That is not how the Riddler is portrayed. Yes, he's got funny riddles. Yes, he's got that funny suit that he's got. That's not his suit. He wears a sophisticated suit. He's a sophisticated man. He
listen to her.
Batman even says the Riddler, the guy who is the Riddler, which I cannot think of his actual real name, but the Riddler, Batman even says he's the smartest man in the room. That's why Batman works so hard to try to be smarter than him, because Riddler is the smartest man in the room. And the way that Jim Carrey portrayed him in that, it made Riddler look like a joke. He's not a joke.
Listen to her. Just.
All right, let's move on. The Batman. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. And you said you hadn't seen that?
The Batman.
The
that's
Batman with Robert Pattinson.
Never seen it, so we'll put it B then for now.
Okay. All right, B.
We have no idea what it is about.
Right. So Batman Begins. That's the start with Christian Bale.
Oh my gosh, that was I'm gonna go with A for that one.
A. I agree.
Because it's good, but it's got issues.
Yeah. The Dark Knight. Christian Bale.
You already know. You already know where I'm standing in that one.
Yeah.
S all the way.
S all the way. S all the way.
S tier.
S all the way. Now, once again, like I talked about the Joker, on how sometimes it wasn't quite portrayed correctly. Jack Nicholson was Jack Nicholson. Heath Ledger's Joker, that he made that his, but the way that he portrayed it, when you first see him and he takes off the mask and everything, that was Cesar Romero. That was the original Joker of the Batman series. That's how Cesar Romero did it, and that's how Heath Ledger brought that in there. There's actually a thing where when he first walks in, Heath Ledger as Joker, he first walks into that party, Michael Caine as Alfred is standing there. He has a line. Michael Caine actually had a line there, but that was his very first time seeing Heath Ledger dressed up with the makeup of the Joker, and the way that he moved, Michael Caine lost his he forgot his line. And that's and he even said in the behind the scenes, that's actually the first time in movie history that someone on set made him forget his line. That's how well Heath Ledger was as the Joker.
It was kind of the same thing as when he did his bit with the girl in the same scene where she never seen before, and then as soon as he grabbed her, she's like, her reaction was all natural because she knew what the scene was supposed to be, but she'd never seen it with some makeup on before. She's going, crap, I don't know how he's gonna act. Then he just starts going nuts because he's like, this is who I am now, woman. You're gonna love this, and she's like, okay, I'm like, the reaction. I'm like, I better watch this behind the scenes. I guarantee you that looks genuine, and it was. I'm like, oh my gosh, the terror in her face is like, he's gonna kill me. Like, oh my goodness.
Okay,
so
the Dark Knight
whole
Rises?
movie was amazing.
Yeah.
S.
Really?
S.
Okay.
Yep.
Whoops.
Bane, come on.
I know.
Bane was
Tom Hardy was amazing as Bane. Amazing. Okay, so then the original. So you said that you didn't see the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. Did you see the theatrical version?
Never seen it.
Of Justice League. Okay, that is going to be A for me as well because it was very well. There was some stuff on it that's not super, but it was really, really good. Batman versus Superman.
Don't hate. I'm gonna go A.
That's fine. I'm actually okay with that too.
Because it was not as good as other movies, but I mean, the whole fight scene made that movie, and yes, the whole Martha part, everybody hates it, but it's written in the way that you had to rush the end somehow because the movie's already super long already.
Yep. They spent so much time in the beginning there, and they didn't leave enough time for Doomsday.
Correct.
And I thought that
and Doomsday was rushed. Man.
Yes, I'm with you on that. It was way too rushed.
Just add another hour for that, because Doomsday, where did he come from? What happened? Why was he in the first place?
Yep.
Oh, it's a beacon.
And
okay,
I'm sorry, nothing on the actor. I just think everybody else was perfect on the casting directing. The guy who played Lex Luthor, Jesse Eisenberg, wrong choice. Complete choice to be Lex Luthor.
What?
I'm sorry, that I will stand by that. I love the guy. He's a great actor. He sucked as Lex Luthor. Because Lex Luthor is more sophisticated than Jesse could have ever brought to that. Jesse was a hyperactive ADHD kid that had too much money on his hands. Lex Luthor was more sophisticated than you could ever imagine. And he was, once again, the smartest man in the room. But Jesse did not bring that. I'm sorry, Jesse did not bring it. Let's quickly move over to the other tier that I've got. Because you said fighting words, so you better.
Let's
go, boy. Let's go. Where's my account? Here it is. All right. So these are the Batman villains tier list. So once again, we've got S, A, B, C, and D. D is the worst villain. S is the super duper villain. So let's quickly
go. You have a very small array of them.
I know. I did the ones that's based on just from Batman. I was looking at all of the different villains that came through, like in the Justice League fights. So many of the ones that they all fight, like with This Is Batman, I'm not going to put Lex Luthor on here. I'm not going to put Captain Boomerang because Captain Boomerang is for Flash. Lex Luthor is for Superman. So these villains are the top villains for Batman, mainly, again, from the animated series, but moving on with that and stuff, these are like the main ones for Batman. So Bane.
B.
You just said Bane was like the coolest thing in that other movie.
Exactly. But
as
in
a
the
villain,
comic books, he was just, as a villain, he has no brains. He's just brawn. He's a hired help. That's all he is.
Nice.
He's a hired help, and he has scientists who help him become stronger.
Gotcha.
That's it.
Okay.
He's a luchador.
How about Clayface?
Oh, Bob. Backstory included. I probably put him as an A, probably.
A, nice.
Only because he does have some smarts, but he's just trying to do the one mission is take over the city. That's basically what everybody's doing is take over the city, but he's willing to work with other people and he's willing to work above his pride.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, Bane was not. Bane was just like, I am all powerful, I am proud, and I am man.
Right.
It's like, ugh.
Joker, I know you.
Do you have to ask? Do you need to ask?
No, I don't need to ask at all. Killer Croc.
He's like Bane. I'll put him in B because he's
B?
again. Well, no, probably lower than Bane because
I
his
was
thing
gonna
is
say C.
he is. Yeah, he's a sewer rat.
Yeah.
He's just a sewer guy. He's like, I want my sewers. I'm like, dude, like why?
Yeah.
Yeah, just. It's like
Dr. Freeze.
Clayface and him are like friends because one's on top, one's on bottom. That's it.
Dr. Freeze.
Dr. Freeze, he's an A.
He's an A. Nice.
He's also very smart. He's a
Yeah.
very smart guy. He's also the story with him and his wife. Oh, it's so sad.
Oh.
It's sad.
Yeah. It really is.
So it's like he's just trying to do something for his
Batman
wife.
tries everything that he could to save all of that. And there's actually a comic where he actually figured out a way to save the wife. So she awakes, she's live, she's moving on and stuff. She hated what Dr. Freeze did. She divorced him and she left.
Really?
Yeah. There's actually a comic that has that and stuff. And so Batman's like,
yikes.
crud. Penguin?
I thought there was one where basically Batman had to use Dr. Freeze's life in order to create his wife again, or something like that.
Yep.
And then basically he dies, and she lives long enough to see him 2 pages or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he dies,
and then
she's like, I'd rather be dead than with. Yeah. So they both died at the end because she committed suicide because she didn't live without him, type of thing. And I'm like,
yeah,
that was dark, but
it was very heart wrenching. Penguin.
Yeah. He's a B. He's just a mischief little turd. That's all he is. That's my opinion. He's C.
Really?
She controls plants and she has a cute makeup getup. I don't like her.
Nice. Ra's al Ghul.
She's no offense to people who are out there who love this kind of personality. Honestly, she is, if you would put it in other words, she is a horror of Gotham City. That's all she is.
Yeah.
She uses her looks and her talents as a
style.
woman to be that.
Exactly, Ghost.
So.
Exactly. Ra's al Ghul?
He's an S.
S, yep.
He's very smart. He's particularly good with magic, so he has the powers that be. You know, he is good at what he does. He's willing to go above and beyond, even including killing his own family in order to take out the Batman. You know,
right?
He's like Joker. Joker has his own enemy. You know.
Yep.
S. If you're going to the animated series, he's an S.
Yeah. Scarecrow.
He's an A.
Nice. And Two-Face.
He's a B.
He's a B? You got it.
He's a B.
He's a B, okay.
The animated series, he was good, but he was more of the fear factor. Hey, you put him S, put him B, put him B, put him B.
All right. We'll make a compromise on that one.
Two-Face he's not. Yeah, he's a lawyer, but again, he's not. His other side in the animated series was always trying to control the group, because he was like, I am basically the enforcer. I change things. So
yep.
It's just this is me though. He's nothing to be fearful of.
Right.
You only have a chance of maybe living.
Well, this was good.
So.
This was really good. I do have one thing. We were talking about Joker.
Oh, look at your screen.
Yeah. We were talking about Joker, and if Joker was placed in the Marvel universe, who do you think
I brought this up in my stream. I brought this up in my stream. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so Joker is in the Marvel universe. Which character would he obsess over?
Obsessed as in love interest,
Like,
or as in
like how he's obsessed with Batman. Who would he obsess like that in the Marvel universe?
You may agree with this
Okay.
only because you watched the movie
Okay.
and you read some of the comic books. Captain America.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he's all about America. He's about the people. He's about his
And
country.
he cannot be manipulated.
Exactly. And Joker's gonna try again because he can manipulate Iron Man, no problem. Like,
oh yeah.
It's Iron Man already has an understanding where he's gonna be a rebel, and that's basically going against everything that Captain America is about. But the thing is that you have like the Hulk. I mean, Joker's just got to breaking his mind, and he's done for.
Yep.
That was shown in the movie.
Yep.
Black Widow, he's got all he has to do is kill her, and she's dead. Like,
Pretty much.
It's just done.
Pretty much. Just
she has no powers.
He would basically do to Wonder Woman. Joker would basically do it to Black Widow what he did to Barbara Gordon. I'm not going to go to all of the details and stuff because this is a stream where I sometimes have kids on here and stuff, but the way that he you know what I'm talking about, Barbara Gordon and stuff.
Yeah.
He would do the exact. I mean, yes, Black Widow is strong. Yes, Black Widow is tough. Yes, she could do all that and stuff. But so was Batgirl. So was so many of the other characters that Joker traumatized.
So was Robin.
Yeah, so was Robin. And so I would feel like that. Yeah, but there is just something about Captain America that he would. Yeah, he would be like Batman. He'd be like, hey, knock it off, smack him across the face, and send him to Arkham. Which leads me to my next question real quick for you. This has been brought up so many different times. So many times, Joker has done stuff to Batman that broke his mind, his spirit, his body. Literally destroyed most of the Robins. Destroyed Batgirl. Destroyed Barbara Gordon, to the point where she's in a wheelchair because of it. And Batman still does not kill the Joker, just ends it. He keeps sending him to Arkham Asylum. He still wants to try to see if he can be cured from all of this. Do you think Batman's in the right, or should he just, pop him in the head, take him off, take him out?
I mean, if you're going by the legal system, then he should already be dead. But they've tried to kill him before, he won't die. So...
Because he pays them off. He pays off the people for the gas and stuff. He pays them off for, like, the injections. It's not the real injection, and stuff. He pays them all off, or he scares them, or he does stuff and everything,
Right.
Batman has the utility belt. Batman literally has written in detail of how he's going to kill every single member of the Justice League. Every single member, even the Martian Manhunter. Batman has devised a plan how to kill Martian Manhunter if they go awry. He has a way of planning on killing Superman. Darkseid can't even kill Superman, but Batman has a way of killing Superman. Why doesn't he apply that to the villains of Gotham?
I think it's because he has a higher standard of those who are trying to protect Gotham, his own city, his home place.
Okay.
They have a higher calling as heroes, if you would. They're part of a team, whereas the villains are, if you would, just the civilians still. He doesn't put them in the villain category. He's the one. They're just crooks. They're just people who need to be turned to to the authorities, whereas the heroes have taken an oath, and you break that oath, he will punish you. You are now an enemy of him and his city. So you're an alien to his own city. So that's why I think, especially the villains, I don't think if any of the villains, except for maybe Doomsday and a couple other ones, that they face off, where he has actually not thought about this as destroying them, because destroying Doomsday was good in his mind because that was an alien. It's an alien invasion of his own city.
Okay.
If he could contain the violence in his city by putting the violence in one spot, then that's good. He can then keep it contained. He likes having things contained. He lives in a cave because he wants to contain all of his knowledge in one spot.
Right.
This is a tower. The tower he helped create because he wants to contain all the power and all the knowledge in that one spot, in the tower of the Justice League. But when it comes to the heroes of Justice League, he has every right as he's not really the head honcho, but he's also the one who can coordinate and create his own Justice League, in order to keep things running, because, with him, he's got to make sure that everybody is able to be contained, and seeing as Superman is not containable, he has to find a way to stop him if he goes awry.
Okay.
He has to, because, I mean,
he's preparing
the movie
for the worst.
In Batman vs Superman,
Yeah.
he saw what could happen when you have aliens attacking his city, and for him to see how much damage happened and no one was standing up for him, he was going to the point to kill Superman.
Right.
Because they rushed the story going, it had to be the name of his mother. But
Martha! It was Martha!
If he had the option, he was gonna kill him.
Yeah, he would have.
There was no stopping, because he was like, if I let you go, you will destroy everything I love. Everything. And he basically,
because he thought it was all Superman's
Gotham.
fault. He thought it was all Superman. And it's like, well, there was Zod. There's Lex Luthor putting this all in there and stuff. But he was so fixated on an alien coming in, daring to wear the red, white, and blue. How dare he wear that? He's not American,
Well, I wouldn't say go that far, but...
Hey, I take things far.
He's not patriotic, okay? He's not patriotic, but I get it, yeah.
Yeah. One quick question for you, because this has been kind of like weighing on me, because you know me, you know how I am with this one, but I want to kind of see what you have an answer for the people.
Okay.
Catwoman or Wonder Woman? Who's the best mate for Batman?
Jeez.
And don't go based on the actress that plays them. Don't go by that.
No,
because Michelle Pfeiffer's fantastic. Gail Gadot is amazing and stuff, but Michelle Pfeiffer. All right. If I was playing on that team, whoof. But I don't. So
the thing is, okay, so Catwoman, she's a thief. She's always will be. She's always can be bought by money, and she has her flaws. So she's a vigilante of her own style.
Okay.
But she can be bought. Wonder Woman, she has her own plan to keep an eye on. So she's gonna be on call 24/7. See, both of them should be good mates for him, but the thing is like, I'm gonna go with Wonder Woman, only due to the fact because she does play for the good side. Constantly.
Wonder Bat.
She knows. Oh my God.
Wonder Bat.
She knows where lines are crossed, and she's all about the truth, which is what Batman loves.
Yeah.
Catwoman, the reason why he likes her is it keeps him alive. She keeps him alive because
and she keeps him like guessing. He doesn't always know exactly, because he knows how Joker plays. He knows how the Riddler plays. He knows that. But with Catwoman, she still surprises him. And I think for a lot of people and stuff, that was great. My thing was that Catwoman, like I said before, Selina is her mask, so she's fully Catwoman.
Yeah.
She likes the thrill of Batman, but she loves the whole thing of Bruce Wayne of money. But she doesn't to me, if I'm going from the comics as well and stuff, that she was more of the thrill of Batman, but she didn't take in Bruce Wayne. She didn't take in that he had to be that mask. He had to be that kind of a playboy. He had to do all of this stuff. She couldn't see that. Wonder Woman, on the other hand, she took them all both. she took the whole side of Batman of why he is the way he is because of what happened to his parents, why he still stays the way he is, because even after all of these years, he still is that scared little boy that watched his parents die in front of him, but she also takes in Bruce Wayne, where when he was just a playboy, philanthropist or something like that, once he got a little older, a little bit more sophisticated and everything and stuff, yes, he still had to be that Bruce Wayne-ish, but not so much and stuff. He kind of dialed back down from it, but she accepted both of them as who they are. She never tried to make him change, to fit her lifestyle or fit her style of things and stuff, or, this is how I view men, so this is how you're supposed to do it, like Catwoman does. Because Catwoman has always been well, I've been scorned by so many men, so this is how I want you to act. And when he doesn't, she gets mad. Wonder Woman doesn't. She doesn't say you need to be this way. She accepts him as who he is.
Also, there's more honor with her too, though. Wonder Woman has more honor than Catwoman, where Catwoman is just basically is thieves guild, basically what she is.
Yeah, thieves stick together and stuff. Yeah, there's more honor and there's more respect for the man. And for the mask, so that's why I've always been Wonder Bat. I've always been Wonder Woman and Batman, Let's see. I had something else real quick. This was funny. I think you'll get a kick out of this one. So someone posted a picture of Superman and they said, you wake up as Superman, what is the first thing that you do? And so someone commented and said, go back to sleep and hopefully wake up to be Batman. And so someone responded, yes, because if I wake up as an alien demigod who can fly at supersonic speeds and lift an aircraft carrier above his head, the first thing I'll think is, I wish I were an unstable orphan in a bat costume.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
I thought you'd like that. So a couple of different facts. Go ahead.
It's like a bad dad joke.
I know, right? So a couple of Batman facts for you and stuff. Batman puts himself through such a strenuous exercise regime that Alfred said it would kill a normal human. He's even trained his body so he can sleep for 3 hours and it still feels like a full night's sleep.
Huh.
Batman once tried to become a Green Lantern, but could not overcome the fear of losing his parents. That's why he's still Batman.
Hey, Ms. Gaming. I'm good. We're just discussing Batman stuff. We're Batman fanatics. We're being nerds.
We're being nerds.
Geeks.
We're being nerds today. While training to become Batman, Bruce Wayne once fought in a gauntlet where a new fighter was added every hour. He lasted for 26 hours with no breaks.
It's a beast.
That's a beast right there.
It's a beast!
Some people I've actually had a talk with about, especially nowadays and stuff, they're always like, well, how can you, import, your comic books and, your love of these superheroes to what's going on right now. And I'm like, well, people always keep asking, how can these people do these? How can these people bomb things or, shoot people up and such? Where's the compassion for all of that and stuff? And I'm like, I have a great answer for that. And it's from my comic books. It's actually coming from Alfred Pennyworth. Some men aren't looking for anything logical like money. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's very true.
I always go back to that.
Miss Gaming, no, I just comb my hair. I comb my hair differently.
He did.
That's all I did.
I actually was about to answer that and stuff, and then I noticed that that's how you combed it, and I'm like, okay, I guess we're going that way.
Yeah, I'm noticing that I don't really comb it this way where else decided to figure to do that and just keep it, pretty. Okay. Some gorgeous.
One of the greatest canons that I have actually read, and I'm like, I legit want to see this as a book, a movie, some type of format, but I want to see this. What if Bruce Wayne is actually in Arkham the whole time and Batman is just a delusion.
I mean,
think about it. Poison Ivy could be the nurse who sedates him when he gets out of control, using of all the plants and everything and such. Two-Face is an abusive orderly who acts nice when the doctors are around and then beats up the patients when their backs are turned. Riddler is a therapist who asks him questions that he has a hard time answering. Mad Hatter is a hypnotherapist who Bruce is convinced is trying to brainwash him. And of course, Dr. Joe Carr and his assistant, Dr. Harlan Quinzel, see Bruce as their top patient, both desperately trying to bring the man back to sanity, and Batman will fight with all he has to protect Gotham from Joker and Harlequin. Isn't that
Weird.
interesting? I'm like,
Very
oh my
weird.
gosh, like, you know, like, they put him in Arkham right after he lost his parents, you know, and he's just having...
Right. I mean, it'd be work. It would work, though, as a theory, though.
Right? I like that.
Wow, Miss Gaming. the message you sent me, no, it's not the idea. I didn't think that this style would work, though, if I was to do that, like, get my goth look over here, have my long hair in the front like this.
It is
Like
very
you're doing one.
gothic.
It is.
He's going emo on us. He's going emo on us.
I'm getting I'm gonna use my manly voice. How you doing?
Here's a
talking
neat
Batman.
joke about, or not joke, but here's a neat fact about some of the villains that's in for Batman.
Yeah.
The Riddler, Scarecrow, and several other villains that had rough childhood will never attack the various orphanages around Gotham City. More than once, they've stepped in when the Joker intended to blow one up. Batman was surprised when Joker showed up on the front steps of Gotham PD, beaten up with the fear toxin in his veins and claw marks on his face. And I actually looked that up. I actually read some of those comics. And I always thought that was real interesting about, even though they'll side with the Joker, but the minute that, because Joker doesn't care. He doesn't care who he blows up, doesn't matter how old they are, he's gonna blow them up. But the other villains, they'll step in. And they're like, hey, you're going way too far here. You're going way too far. You know? So, I know you said you didn't really know a lot of about the Robins and stuff, but do you know which Robin, out of the ones that I mentioned, that Batman actually is like, is his favorite?
I thought it wasn't his son. It was,
Yeah, so many people think it's going to be his son, but it's not.
No, it was the one that died? I thought it was one either Red Hood or the one who died, because
no.
I thought there was a part of the comic book where his son snapped because Batman was still mourning over the dead Robin, and he's like, "Don't you wish I was dead before him? He loved him more than me," something like that.
Yeah.
I thought the way he was saying, but I don't remember if it was only because it was that Robin, but I'm not sure who he loved the most. But
Nightwing.
that's
who
right.
played Nightwing and stuff. He said that Nightwing is his rock and his foundation, and that all the things that Batman has gone through and stuff, and he says without him, he would be lost in the world and everything, because...
Nightwing was a great addition.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love the whole Nightwing. I want to see the TV show, the Gotham... There was Gotham Knights, but I know there's another... the Teen Titans one. The live action of Teen Titans, because it's a full-on twist. I mean, they, like, legit hate Batman. You know, they legit hate the Justice League and stuff, and I really want to see that side of it, that canon of things and stuff, so...
Gotcha.
This one was kind of cool. I was reading this, and I wanted to share it with you. Bruce Wayne's greatest fear is that he'll go insane and become evil. He has stated that with all his abilities, wealth, and resources, that it would be impossible to ever stop him if he went rogue. And that went back to those comic books that you gave me of him being, you know, like the bad guy.
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, he'd be a very bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, he would just... He basically he would basically be like the new gangster of Gotham. He could buy all your lawyers. He could buy all the hospitals. He could destroy everything.
Yeah. Yep.
He would not be stopped. I mean, I think even the Joker might not be able to stop him.
I don't even think so. I think Joker would actually be like, oh, I think I kind of pushed him too far.
Or team up with them and they'd be an unstoppable force.
Yep.
That would be the worst part. If they just teamed up, they would not be stopped. Like,
No, they would take over the entire
with his
world.
smarts and his money.
Yep.
Yeah, with his smart and his money, he would not be able to be stopped. And then Joker, being how crazy he is, he would just start killing off the villains too.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think that's some of why Joker fixated so much on Superman is because he could see that. He could vision that.
Right.
You know, and that's what all Joker wants is just, burn the world and take over and set it how he wants it to be. And he's like, the one person that could actually be his ally in that is Batman. Right. So that's why he tries all the demented and traumatizing ways and stuff that he could do to see if he could get Batman to do it. And because he doesn't, that's sort of like, I mean, I don't want to get too graphic and stuff, but it's like, that's what turns Joker on, if you will.
You nasty kid.
Okay, so here's something interesting too. I've kind of like ran across it sometimes whenever I'm like watching the animated shows, because I'm also watching the Superman animated series and such, and it's like, here's Batman with no powers, absolutely no powers. He just has his gadgets. He's just looking for truth and justice, just the way that he can and everything, and yet the criminals freeze every time he comes into the picture. When Superman comes into the picture, I know we always have discussions about the differences between Superman and Batman. When Superman comes into the picture, yeah, they're like, oh my gosh, it's the alien. But then they throw things at him. They'll shoot him. They'll empty their clip at him. They'll, call him names or whatever and stuff. They try to, hit him in the nose and stuff, knowing ahead of time they're going to break their hand, but they still try. Why do you think it is that with Batman, and it's not just because, he's dressed all in black and, he looks menacing and stuff. What do you think that makes the criminals freeze more when Batman shows up than when Superman's there?
That's a hard one because I think most of them have been beaten by him already once, and they know that they will go back to where they, will be locked up for a while. But I think part of it too is like he has that menacing approach of coming to find them, where it's like if like say, Riddler, he's trying to find his way to get out of there. But he knows that the Batman is going to try to find a way to stop him no matter what. Right. So even though he's super smart and knows he's smarter than most people, he knows there's only one person who's always smarter, and that scares him. Because he's trying to get smarter and smarter. Right. Scarecrow, same thing. He is his fear is of the fear that Batman will give him. So it's kind of like he's trying to become stronger than Batman, but I don't even think that Scarecrow is even scared of him. I think he's mostly just trying to be the bad guy. I don't ever remember him being actually afraid of Batman. I don't think.
Scarecrow? No. No, even in the movie.
I don't think
even
he
in
was.
the movie of Batman Begins and stuff, he wasn't really always scared.
He's still defiant. Yeah, he's still defiant to the end. Kind of like Bane. Bane's not afraid unless he has his... If he doesn't have his medicine in him, then he's afraid.
Yes. Yeah, but if he's got his medicine and stuff, then he's like, well, I'm stronger than even Superman, But yeah, I just always thought that was just interesting. Like, I watched a episode of, it was Batman and Superman, and Superman's like, I got this guy. Excuse me. And the guy was just like, he was emptying his clip. He was trying all these different things and stuff. And he's like, what do you got against me, Soups, huh? What you got? Bring all you got, Soups. And Superman just stands there and he's just smiling at him. He's like, what you smiling about, Soups? And the guy turns around because he can feel it. He turns around and there's Batman. And the dude like literally drops the gun, drops his place. Batman doesn't even touches him. And he drops to the knee. Batman, oh man, okay, I'll go to the police. And I'm like, seriously? Seriously, he was about to go down, battle down. He was going to do WWE on this Superman, this alien with lasers coming out of his eyes. And he drops to a knee for Batman. You know, even though
it's Batman. Come on, it's just Batman. You don't need
answer.
an explanation. You need Batman. He is Batman. So,
man,
I don't know. It's weird how you want to go through the whole process of what makes Batman so scary or whatever. Because it's like, you know, he is who he is. There's no real explanation of what causes people to get afraid of. I mean, people are afraid of spiders, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know that Batman, like, drops people, you know, from, like, the roof, but he always catches them. No one truly dies from Batman's hand.
Does he?
Yeah, he always catches them. He catches Penguin, for heaven's sakes, you know? So, I mean, he does that and everything and stuff. It's just that, you know, I think it's a lot of it is that Superman tries, you know, my love is Superman and stuff, you know, with that. But he always tries to look good for people, and he always tries to give them a second chance. Batman, it's like, if he caught you before, you're done. And he's going after you again and stuff. Oh, he'll give you the bruises. He'll break some bones, but, you know, he'll knock you down so bad that, you know, you'd wish you died by his hand, but he still kept you alive. You know, there's still, like, comic books and stuff where Batman will still visit a lot of the criminals that he puts away, and he gets into their ear, you know? It's just like, all of it is like a mental game, you know, for him and stuff. And I think that once they get out there and stuff, and then they reface him, they're like, oh, crud, here we go all over again, you know? And it's like, with Superman, he's like, you know, oh, okay, citizen, you're in trouble now, you know? And Batman's like, I don't mean to swear, but, you know, he's basically like, bitch, what the hell are you doing here?
Right.
Oh, jeez, man.
Well, I gotta get going.
Okay, I appreciate you, man, for being on here with me. This was awesome sauce.
Yeah, and I'm sorry I couldn't stay longer, but yeah, I got.
No, that's okay. I'm actually gonna go on and play Batman Arkham Asylum.
I have eaten all day, so I'm hungry. So
yeah. Well, do you have anything for my stream to say? You know, whatever you want. Make it clean.
Batman rules. Superman stinks.
Superman rules, dude. Come on, you know that. Superman rules.
Batman's awesome. Batman's the best part. Batman is awesome because he's Batman. Oh, see, his NASCAR's finally here. Hi, NASCAR.
NASCAR, you're finally on, man. You missed the whole thing.
You also missed Seinfeld.
That was funny.
You want to hear Seinfeld?
Oh my gosh. Well, thanks
again.
I
should make this a redemption. All right, have a good one. Thank you so much for being part of the day as well. And thank you for letting me be part of today's stream.
Yeah, you're welcome. And thanks again for your help. Thanks again for your help with this and stuff.
Well, yeah. No one knew what to do. You know,
I tried so many different ways and stuff. It was just, oh my gosh, it was giving me a headache. But yeah, it looks like everything's working out just fine. So I'm gonna stick with this bit rate and see if that works for the rest of my streams and everything. So
cool.
Once again, folks, this is my brother Laughing Lasagna. Head on over to his place and stuff. Give him some love. It's an awesome sauce guy.
Don't watch me. I'm naked. Just kidding.
Nice. All right then. Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
Yeah,
Bye.
you too. Bye. He's crazy. He is a crazy guy right there. You think you found a reason to buy a Switch? What reason is that, NASCAR? What reason you got? It better be to play Mario Kart with me and Lasagna. It better be to play Mario Kart. Oh, man. Oh. Well, now you guys got sort of like an idea of some of the conversations and stuff that Lasagna and I will have about geek stuff, nerd stuff, like that kind of stuff. We will actually, like when I was doing the tiers, we actually spent more time discussing about the differences between the villains and the movies and such. And yeah, we have a difference of opinion. I'm more of like the Justice League part and stuff. He was more of like the the older style of the Batman and movies and stuff, and like, you know, the whole, it wasn't so much the actor that played Batman. It wasn't so much like, oh, Christian Bale was better or Val Kilmer was better. It wasn't so much that. It was the side, it was the side characters. It was you know, Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, or his love of Danny DeVito as Penguin. Once again, nothing against Danny DeVito. I just didn't like how slimy and weird they had Penguin in that movie. You know, if they hadn't had that and they had him more sophisticated, I probably would have loved it. But there's Lasagna saying he loved the crap out of Danny DeVito as Penguin. It was one of his favorite ones and such. Well, that too probably, but there's a game called F-099 that I would... Oh, I heard about that! And it's the style of it. Yes! Yeah! Well, when you get the Switch, you gotta have to get the membership with that Switch. So, to be able to get that SNES game and stuff, you have to get the membership for that. So, definitely, dude, get it! Get it! Get it! But yeah, so, you know, so there's still so much of, like, the different dynamics and stuff, with that. And like I said, with the villains, I go very deep with the with the villains, but I don't want to buy a Switch just for that game, though. There's so many other games that you could do, you know, NASCAR and stuff. There's so many, and there's a lot of racing games that's on there, not just that one. There's a lot of different racing games that's on there that you might like. But SNES and stuff, it has, like, it's got all the old Sega games. It's got all the old NES games and stuff, the Super Mario games that, you know, that you have on your PC. You can also get it on there, you know. So, don't know how much it costs. The membership or the Switch, because Switch is different. You can get different. Don't get the Lite, though. You won't be able to stream if you get the Lite. You want the one that has, like, the retractable, the sides, though, and stuff. How much does the Switch cost? Let me look it up. Where's my phone? I'm gonna look it up right now for you, man. But don't get the Lite. When you're looking for one, make sure it's the regular, Switch. Excuse me, I'm burping a lot. Regular Switch that you have a docking station and you can pull the sides off. That's the one you want. You don't, because if you get the Lite, you won't be able to stream it. So I'm just on Amazon. A Switch. That's a Lite. So the regular one, nothing flashy and stuff. Yeah, about 300. About 300. You might actually get better deal at GameStop, because I got mine through GameStop, and I want to say mine was about like $250, but that's because I also got games with it. So you might actually be able to get like a refurbished one through GameStop, and it might be a lot cheaper. So just kind of like look around a little bit. Just kind of like look around. Don't go through eBay. That's the biggest thing that I say about eBay. I do get some stuff through eBay, but I don't get like gaming consoles and stuff through eBay, because it'll say refurbish and stuff, and you're working on trying to clean things out. You know, you got a broken part on the controller and stuff. Don't get it from eBay and stuff. But like, you know, GameStop, thrift stores or something like that, maybe something at Lakes Mall will have something. Yeah, trust factor is the biggest thing and stuff. So there's Pepper's tail. She just had to go by, say hi. But I go deep, going back to Batman and stuff. I go deep with all of like the different villains and stuff. For me, because it's like, what's the most important factor for the villains? Why do we have those and stuff? Why is it such a huge deal for a lot of these superheroes? Now, see, like Marvel, for me, the villains always seem to be, they're either fighting each other, or it's just people that just wants a quick buck. DC, their villains, it's like there's a whole deeper meaning behind that villain, you know, like Harvey Dent, you know, with Two-Face. It's the whole thing about, you know, like he was wronged by the people that he thought he was trying to protect, or, you know, you can get the idea of like, you know, like it was Batman's fault that he got dismembered, you know, people are looking at it differently and everything and stuff, and it's just like, you know, so he turned his back on the truth and justice. and stuff, but there's more of like the detailed versions of things of Two-Face. There's more, you know, detailed versions of the Riddler, why he does what he does, you know, and it's like there's a whole psychological meaning. Deathstroke is a huge one for that. Bane is a huge one. Trickster, voiced by the famous Mark Hamill. I love Mark Hamill's voice as the Joker and the Trickster. He does an amazing job with that. But so it's just like all of like the back story of everything. There's just more to the villain, I want to say, in DC than I felt in Marvel. You know, I mean, even Darkseid has like a background to him, you know, and all he wants is just to conquer the world and get the antimatter, you know, feeling to things and stuff. But it's like, you know, but there's more to that side of Darkseid, you know, and stuff. And it's just, I don't know, it's just a real neat psychological look into each of those villains, but then also a psychological look at the heroes trying to defeat those villains, but, you know, fighting, it's that whole thing about fighting a monster for so long. How do you make sure you don't turn into a monster, you know? And I think when Lasagna and I were talking about the concept of why Batman doesn't actually kill his criminals, I mean, the whole thing about, yes, Joker manipulated, traumatized, and even killed some of the Robins, the way he was to Barbara Gordon, who was Batgirl for a while, who's now Watchtower. I'm not going to say what he did. I'm not going to say that on stream and stuff. Go look it up. Go Google it and stuff. But even after all of that, Batman still just pushes Joker into the Arkham Asylum, you know, knowing he's probably going to see him again, you know, and it's that hopefulness that he can get redeemed. He can get that help that he truly needs and stuff. And I think a lot of it is too that I believe that if Batman could overcome the loss of his parents, like how I said before, when he was trying to be Green Lantern at one point and stuff, you know, just to have it, you know, because he was trying to get in with all the abilities and stuff, and he couldn't do it. He could not pass the test to become a Green Lantern because he could not pass the fear of losing his parents. I think that if Batman truly did come to peace about the loss of his parents, the way that they died, how they died and such, if he came to peace with that, he'd hang up the cape. Even knowing what happens in Gotham, even knowing what, I like at this stage of life, I don't think he could ever hang up the cape because he knows what's out there. But like at the start of it all, you know, when he first started going there and he started putting all the criminals away, he had a moment of breath there. I think he would have hung up the cape if he could come to terms with his parents' loss. But because he can't, he stays Batman. And I think that's what he fears the most, is because he can't get that redemption. He can't get that piece of what's going on. And so it's sort of like if he can see Penguin, Bane, any of them come to terms with things, come to peace with things, I think then he would be like, well, then I can too, you know? But as long as they don't come to peace with things, as long as they're like, you know, there's no way I could do that, then he's like, then it's true, neither can I, you know? So it's like the whole psychological thing with Batman and stuff that I just truly love. Lasagna had to get going and stuff, but I did have one more thing I wanted to discuss, so I'll leave it to you guys. You guys can put it in the comments, and you can also direct message me on here, because this will be put over onto YouTube. Hi to YouTube. So if you guys want to, you can put it in the comments. The song Kiss from a Rose by Seal. Huge song, famous song. Whenever it pops on, da 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 da. Everybody knows that song. Everybody starts singing this song. Nothing against Seal. Love Seal. Great music. Awesome sauce guy. I truly believe that the only reason that Kiss from a Rose is even in the top billings is because it was in the Batman movie. And it was centered around Batman and Selina and Catwoman. And it's like, you know, out of all the love songs that could have been played, I know it was written from that and stuff, but from all the songs that had to be written and stuff, why do you think Kiss from a Rose on the Batman movie got to be such a huge hit. You know what I mean? Because there's so many other movies that, especially like superhero movies and stuff, that deal with love. You know, they got love songs on there and stuff. You know, they got a main love song at the end, but it doesn't really hit the top billing. It doesn't really hit the top billboards and everything and stuff. People, you know, they'll listen to it and stuff, and they're like, "Where's that from again? Oh yeah, that was from The Flash, or that was from, you know, this movie or whatever and stuff. Oh yeah, I sort of remember that." The minute that you hear the very beginning of Kiss from a Rose, you instantly think Batman. You instantly know every single lyrics of that song. Why is it so huge with that song mixed with Batman? What's your viewpoint on that? Because I actually don't have one. I don't really know, because I've seen so many movies of really good love songs on there, and yeah, it was pretty good. I liked it. You know, I could sing it once in a while and stuff, but I don't know the full lyrics. You know, I don't have the, oh, I remember the scene. I remember the scene perfectly. Why is it, do you think, that the minute that we hear Kiss from a Rose, and we instantly, and we all do, we all instantly think of Batman, that we just get so nostalgic? So like, oh my gosh, this speaks to me. You know, what are your viewpoints on that? I would love to know. I would love to know. Please put them in the comments below and stuff of this video. I would love to know what your viewpoints are on that. But basically that was all I really had for Batman talk. I did have one more thing. Of the debate, I actually pulled this up and stuff, and I actually wrote it down and stuff. Everybody talks about this. And I thought this was a great answer that someone had. I don't have their name. I wish I did. So we're just going to say anonymous person. The debate. Who would win in a fight between Superman and Batman? Here's someone's viewpoint. I thought it hit the nail. I wanted to sharecase it with you guys. Batman is more than just a man, even in comparison to Supes. Batman has just transcended his humanity. The moment Bruce's parents were killed, so too was Bruce. It has been argued that Superman is the real man and Kent is the constructed identity. That mask thing that we were talking about earlier with Batman and stuff, that's the same thing that you can say about Superman. But Bruce is also constructed. The millionaire playboy, like we said, the millionaire playboy is an act, a mockery of humanity, made to mask the terrifying darkness that is within. There is no Bruce, just as there is no Kent. Batman is a nightmare. Villains are afraid of him. Superheroes are terrified of him. Batman has made secret plans that detail how to take down every hero. He is a thinker, a manipulator. We all agree that he's smarter, but seriously, guys, next to Batman, Superman is a bloody dunce. I still fight on that one, because Superman is so great! When he opens his mouth to talk, Batman fills the room around him, gets stupider. I love that. So in this sense, there would be no fight. If Batman wanted to, the question is not if Batman would destroy Superman, it's how. Whether it's kryptonite, magic, or his loved ones, Superman's weaknesses dangle out in the open, ripe for manipulation. The god would be twisted, disassembled, and broken emotionally and physically, with Batman never even coming into view. I thought that way of writing of who would win in that kind of a debate. Hey, Bubs, how you doing? Give you a good shout out here. We're doing a little bit of a Batman day today. That really summed it up. A lot of the debate for the differences between Batman and Superman, who would win, you know, in that type of fight and everything and such. Mainly because even though it would really hurt Batman, it would hurt Bruce Wayne, you know, to use, like, let's say he needed to get to Superman and stuff, he would use Lois Lane, you know. In some canons, in some comics and stuff, even though Superman is out and about and everything, Pa Kent and Ma Kent, Martha and Jonathan Kent are still alive. Batman would use them to bring Superman down. you know, even though, you know, Batman, you know, adores mom and pa, Kent, you know, he adores Lois and stuff. He would stop at nothing to use them as bait to bring Superman down. Because in Batman's mind, that is the justice way. That's the way to really incapacitate a man that has it all, has the power, you know, has the, shoot, dude, lasers coming out of his eyes. Come on. You know, he has all of that and stuff, but he still has the Wonder Kid look at the world. You know, he still has the Boy Scout look. Even though he was never a Boy Scout, he still has that type of mentality of the world. Whereas Batman, he sees the evil, he sees the badness of the world and stuff, and if need be, he'll even manipulate the evil parts of that to his gain, which is justice. You know, and that's why when I asked Lasagna about the whole thing about why do you think so many of the criminals, the villains, are so scared of him when they were just trying to fight a Superman, an alien? You know, that, you know, they were throwing guns at him. They were, you know, shooting him and then throwing the gun at him. They were trying to, you know, fist a fight Superman. But the minute Batman's there, they're like, they freeze up. And I think a lot of that is because they're like, Batman would take them to the brink of death to remind them who he is, whereas they know Superman pulls his punches. They know he does, you know, because he would, you know, one little flick of his finger and it would, like, his finger would go through a human skull. You know, that's how powerful Superman is and stuff. So he pulls his punches. Batman doesn't. You know, I mean, he pulls it right at the brink so the guy doesn't die, or the girl, whoever he's fighting and stuff, doesn't completely die, but they're gonna have a couple of broken bones for the next couple of months, you know? So I think that's like the terrifying part for Batman, is that he has that power for that to win over them, you know? So just an awesome sauce viewpoint of that. You know, and I just think that, yes, even though I talk a lot about, you know, that Superman's my favorite, you know, I have his poster there. I even have like a little figurine here for you. You know, Superman is my favorite. I do have like mad respect for Batman and stuff. And I could actually spend the entire stream talking about each individual of the villains of Batman and stuff. But I don't want to bore you guys with all of that. And I actually kind of like talking about the villains and stuff, and of course Batman, with other people. I don't want it just to be, you know, just me voicing this and stuff. I like it to have other people voice in as well on that. So that was awesome sauce to have Laughing Lasagna to be here today and to voice his opinion, as well as listening to mine and stuff on that. So that was pretty cool. Well, folks, I am actually going to end this. We are going to play Batman Arkham Asylum for today. But I'm noticing the time frame, because I had so much trouble on the very beginning of this, and I had I'm actually have to go into Twitch and kind of delete some of the videos because I've got a lot there. I had so much trouble with that. It kind of gave me a headache, and so I got to go eat something real quick and then kind of like calm down for a minute. But I'm gonna go eat and then do that, and then I will be back on, and I will be playing Batman Arkham Asylum for you guys, just to kind of finish out the whole Batman day. If you have any viewpoints of what we talked about, we did a tier tier list of the Batman movies, the live action, the top villains of Batman. We had Bane, Poison Ivy, Dr. Freeze, Killer Croc, Clayface, Joker, Riddler, Penguin, Bane. I'm trying to think of the other ones that we had. I think that was all that we had and stuff. Which one? So put it on the comments below. Which ones were your favorite? What are your top movies? What are the movies that you, whenever someone says Batman, what's the first movie that pops into your head? When someone says Bruce Wayne, Batman, who's the actor that pops up into your head? Mine, the animated films will always belong to Kevin Conroy. He was fantastic as that. You know, I really wish that I could have met him. He was an amazing man, amazing actor and such. The live action, I still go Michael Keaton, but I actually thought Ben Affleck was a really good Batman. I thought, you know, as a older version of Batman, already gone through the whole thing with the Joker, the Riddler, you know, losing the Robins and such, you know, this is a guy that's already been through all of that and stuff, but still kicking, still trying his best to bring justice to Gotham and to the world. And so I thought Ben Affleck really did homage to that. But go ahead and put in the comments below. What are your thoughts? Who's your favorite villain? The comic books and stuff. Whenever you go to a comic book store or a thrift store and you see a comic book and it's the main villain, who are you grabbing? What's the first one that you think of when you're grabbing for a villain comic book? I would love to hear it. I would love to hear your viewpoints on that. So, and anything else that we've talked about today and stuff, do you guys have any opinions on that? What are you know, do you agree with us? Do you not agree? You know, and if not, you know, share that with me. You know, I would love to hear more of this. I'm going to try and see if I can do more of these type of videos. There's Pepper. I got her, guys. I got her. I'm gonna try to do like more of these and everything. I just really feel real bad about the start of it. That's not how I wanted the start to go. But for some reason, my computer just decided to not be wonderful. It's a wonderful computer. It's a lovely computer. When you rise up, remember I love you. But I'm going to be looking up and seeing if I can do more of, like, they've got a Superman day, you know, they've got a Flash day and all that kind of stuff. I would love to do more of this kind of talk with you guys, and especially, you know, with my friends and everything. Hopefully we can get more people on here to voice this. So that would be so great. So once again, I will be back on a little bit later on tonight. We will be playing Batman Arkham Asylum. I've never actually played it. I downloaded it, but I've never played it. So this will be my first time playing that video game. And we're just going to finish it up for Batman Day. So I really appreciate all of you for stopping on by, joining with me today. Bubs, NASCAR, Ghost, Lasagna, thank you guys so much for all the love and everything. I really appreciate you guys. Have an awesome sauce Batman Day. And remember, I'm Batman.
Hands wrapped, knuckles taped black. Pick my gloves up off the mat. Fighting's all I ever had. Wasn't born with tons of gifts. Had to work hard as a kid. Know that everything I did was to catch the other kids. Slowly built that self-esteem. Turned myself to a machine. I'd compete so I'd be seen. I would lose and I'd